Hello, Last Day on Earth community. It's another beautiful day. Hopefully, it's not our last. I want to start off by apologizing for the super long delay in making another video. I had just started a new job when I stopped making my videos. On top of that, I was burnt out of the game as I was playing it more than 5 hours a day. Between those two things, I needed a break, but now that I'm back, I'm more motivated than ever to make these great informational videos. So without further ado, let's get into what this video is about. As the title states, in this video I will be reviewing all the attachments for the metal pipe. I will not be going over the combination of attachments, that is for another video, as I don't want to throw too much information at you all in one video. Once the video for the combination modifications is complete, I will include the link to that in this video. I'm going to start off with the metal pipe itself and its base stats, then moving on to the handles, and lastly the heads for this weapon. I will be analyzing the materials needed to complete the attachments, if it's worth it to make the attachments, the stats that the attachments gives to this weapon, and lastly the pros and cons of each modification. The metal pipe itself gives you 26 damage, it has 90 durability and attack speed of 1.3, which gives you a DPS of 34.8. When you sneak up to a zombie, it does 78 damage, making it so you miss out on those 80 HP zombies. But 5 out of the 7 modifications give you at least 1 extra damage so that you can kill those zombies instantly or quicker if they are charging you in the case of toxic spitters. The materials needed to craft the metal pipe are 10 iron bars, 5 bolts, 5 leather, and 1 iron plate. Compared to the machete, this is a lot cheaper to craft. The best use for this weapon is in red zones and killing toxic spitters in regular mode at the bunker, since they've had their HP increased to 100. So 1 sneak attack and 1 regular attack and that zombie is dead. You still kill those same toxic spitters with 4 regular attacks, as 4 times 26 is 104, and you don't have to overkill it too much or need 1 extra attack to do 1 small damage, like in the case of machete that does 90 damage with 3 hits and wasting 1 extra hit just to do 10 damage. Now this will obviously change when you start adding modifications to it. The materials needed are still going to be the same. It is a lot cheaper to craft it compared to the machete, which is the closest weapon you can compare the metal pipe to. Now moving on to the attachments, more specifically the handles. The balanced handle only gives plus 1 durability, which ends up being 91 hits, and the materials needed to complete this modification are the following: 40 thick fabric, 40 iron plates, 18 adhesive, 40 duct tape, 3 metal pipe, and 36 rubber parts. I highly recommend that when using the metal pipes to complete each modification, you use a metal pipe that is about to break, as it does not matter how much durability is left when you put it into the gunsmith bench to complete each modification. This way you will get some use out of each metal pipe before you put it into the gunsmith bench, so never craft brand new metal pipes just to use as the requirements needed to complete one of these. Overall, I would say this attachment isn't worth completed, since it doesn't add anything else besides getting 1 extra hit out of each metal pipe you use. The second modification for the handles is the reinforced handle, which gives you ++ in durability, translating to 2 extra hits. The materials needed are 50 thick fabric, 40 bolts, 20 adhesive, 10 wrenches, 3 metal pipes, and 36 rubber parts. This attachment is not worth completing, as you only get 2 extra hits from it and nothing else. Finally, the handle that is worth crafting, the spiked handle, which gives +3 in durability, give you 95 hits, 5 hits more. It also adds +1 in damage, making it do 27 damage, meaning that you can one-shot 80 HP zombies with the sneak attack, as 27 times 3 is 81. It also is really useful for killing toxic spitters when they are charging at you, as it kills them in 3 hits rather than 4. Not only saving you that extra hit, but killing them a whole lot faster, which is always very useful when dealing with toxic spitters, so they don't even get the chance to spit at you. The materials needed are the following: 30 nails, 2 steel plates, 32 adhesive, 60 duct tape, 5 metal pipes, and 50 rubber parts. While this is the most expensive handle, it is definitely worth spending the resources for it. Moving on to the heads, the tin can with nails gives you plus damage, also increasing it to 27. It gives you +1 in critical chance, which increases your chances to land a critical hit, and -— in durability, which ends up being 2 less hits per metal pipe. It's hard to calculate how much more of a chance you get whenever a modification gives you critical chance, but while using 1 metal pipe with this attachment, I only landed 1 critical hit. The damage is unknown, as Wikipedia doesn't have that number either, and the critical hit I landed was to a 40 HP zombie and it killed it instantly. So at least you know you get at least 40 damage when landing a critical hit with this attachment. The chance might be higher than 1 critical hit per metal pipe, but Kfir removed the extra damage you do when killing an enemy. Now they only show the last hit rather than the raw damage. As an example, if you hit a 40 HP wolf with a bare metal pipe, you do 26 damage to it, leaving it at 14. The last hits only shows that you did 14 damage to it and not the 26, meaning that it is possible that we could have landed more critical hits on the killing blow, but it is impossible to know since Kfir made that change a few patches ago. Materials needed are 24 nails, 36 iron plates, 18 adhesive, 8 hammers, 3 metal pipes, and 80 empty cans. This modification is still worth it to craft because a lot of materials are easy to gather, and even though you lose 2 hits with the minus in durability, you actually end up saving more hits by killing 80 HP zombies with 1 less hit. Next is the Saw Hatchet, which gives ++ in damage, +1 in critical damage, +1 in range, and minus in durability. The damage is increased to 29. The critical damage is again unknown, as this only increases the damage and not the chance to land a critical hit. Over the course of using 2 metal pipes with this attachment, I didn't land any critical hits. Compared to the tin can that gives us at least 1 critical hit per each metal pipe, this stat is almost useless because none of the handles gives us extra chance to land a critical hit. The range is mainly useful when killing floater boaters and toxic abominations, as it makes it so that you don't have to be so close to them and allowing you to dodge their body slam a lot easier. The durability that is lost is again only 2 hits. The materials needed are 36 duct tape, 4 truck saw blades, 20 adhesive, 8 hammers, 3 metal pipes, and 60 rubber parts. This attachment is only worth crafting when you already have the spiked handle, as combined they do 30 damage, allowing you to kill a 60 HP rabid wolf with 2 hits. Alone it does still 3-shot 80 HP zombies, but the tin can is better as it gives you a higher chance of landing a critical hit. Moving on to the Big One Bone, this modification gives you 3 pluses in damage, 2 pluses in critical chance, 2 pluses in critical damage, 1 plus in range, and 3 minuses in durability. The damage is increased to 30, the critical chance seems to be about 1.5 over 1 metal pipe, or 3 critical hits when you use 2 metal pipes with this attachment. The critical damage is increased to 51, which is really useful as you can 2-shot those pesky toxic spitters when they're charging at you. The durability takes quite a hit and loses 4 charges, bringing it down to 86. The materials are the most expensive as they require 3 big bones, which are hard to obtain as you can only get them by killing the big one when it appears in red zone. The witch, the blind one, and the Ravager also have a chance at dropping it, but it's not guaranteed, and the odds seem to be about 5 to 10%. Again, Wikipedia does not give us the exact number. I'm basing this off the number of times I've obtained the big bones by defeating the Ravager and the blind one many times. So besides the 3 big bones, you also need 80 rope, 30 adhesive, 80 duct tape, 10 metal pipes, and 60 rubber parts. Overall, I think this modification is worth crafting because besides the big bones, the other parts aren't rare, they're just in higher amounts. While you may lose a lot of durability, as long as you combine this with the spike handle, you get all that durability back and only lose out on 1 or 2 hits compared to the other attachments. And last but not least, the faucet. This modification gives you +1 in damage, +1 in range, +1 in durability. The damage is increased to 27. The range helps you dodge the body slam of floater boaters and toxic abominations, and lastly the durability is increased by 1 extra hit. The materials are 40 iron plates, 30 bolts, 24 adhesive, 10 wrench, 3 metal pipes, and 36 rubber parts. It is still worth it to make this attachment as it allows you to 3-shot 80 HP zombies or 1-shot with a sneak attack. That does it for this video. I hope this information is useful to you guys. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, I will be making a follow-up video where I go more into depth analysis of the stats when multiple attachments are combined, mainly the spike handle with each one of the heads, as the other 2 handles don't provide anything different. If anything, they provide less durability. My promise to you, the viewers, is to release at least 1 video each week that is high quality with lots of information and not just me playing the game. Even when I release videos that only have raids in them, I will try to do a few at a time and not just 1. The deadline I've set for each video is on Tuesdays, which will now be called New Content Tuesdays. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please remember to hit the like button, share, and subscribe to help out this channel. Thanks, and hopefully today is not our last day on Earth.